everyone, I'm Maggie Weldon from maggiescrochet.com, and I'm here to introduce a bunch of patriotic designs that we've recently created. And a lot of these are, actually all of them are very easy scale, so they're great for beginners. And there's a nice little purse here with a matching hat and scarf to start with. And this is Deborah Norville's Serenity Chunky Yarn, which is available at maggiescrochet.com. And then I've taken the ruffled scarf from a video that we previously did, and I added Premier Yarn's Mary to the top of it. And this is Premier's Enchant yarn, and we just wound this around and put the button in the middle so you could use it like for a lapel or like a hair thing. And then we did some cute little coasters with cotton yarn. And then this is done with worsted weight yarn, and my daughter laughs at me because I like Ice House Bear. But anyway, and she tells me that at the local little pub that they go to, or the bar, that some of the guys are showing up with these beer cozies. So I'm just taking her word for it. So then we're going to come out with some other ones too. So this scarf is really cute, very easy to make, and that's also out of the Serenity Chunky yarn. And then this necklace I have on could not be easier. It's great for kids to do. Just for beginners, because all it is chains. So this is Starry Night from Premier, and this is Starbella, which is typically used for the ruffling scarves, but you can crochet with it, and it makes a real awesome, easy project to do. And then lastly, this is Red Heart Sachet yarn, already with all the different red, white, and blue colors, and it's like super easy ruffled scarf to make. So now I'm going to take you to a close-up, and Christina is going to show you how to make these projects. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel, and the links to everything are listed below.
Hey everybody, it's Christina here from maggiescrochet.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make this 4th of July beer cozy. This is great. It's going to help keep your beer insulated. It's going to keep your hands from getting all wet when it sweats, and shows off your patriotic spirit. So this is a pretty simple project. I've got 3 different yarns for this. I'm using worsted weight in red and white. This is Deborah Norville's Everyday. And then this is the Premier Yarns Mary in blue, and that's for the edging right around the top here. So let's get started. So leaving a nice long end to your beginning chain so that you can weave it in later, start by chaining 4, then join with a slip stitch to form a ring. So take your hook, and in the stitch closest to your slip knot, you'll insert your hook into there, pull a loop through, and then pull that through the first loop on the hook. And now we've got a little ring. There's the middle right there. We'll chain 3. We'll count that as a double crochet in this case, and then we're going to work 11 double crochets right into the middle of that ring. So yarn over, just go right down into the center of the ring there, pull your loop through. You got 3 loops on your hook, pull through 2, and then pull through the last 2. So I'm going to do that until I have 12 double crochets, including my beginning chain here, and I'll come back once I've got all those stitches done. So there's my 12 double crochets, counting that beginning chain 3 as 1. And I'm just going to slip stitch this together to make a full circle. So into the top of that chain 3, just slip your hook in and do a slip stitch, and that's the end of round 1. So that's 12 stitches for round 2. Go ahead and chain up 3. Again, we are counting that as a double crochet. Do a double crochet in the same stitch. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So there'll be 2 in this one, 2 in the next one, and then when I come back around all the way to the beginning of the round, I will have 24 double crochets. So I'm almost at the end of round 2 here. I've got 23 double crochets in this round, and I need 24. So for my last one, get there, but once I get here, I want to go ahead and pull in my red yarn. So I'm going to change colors here in this last stitch. So just leaving a nice good long end for you to weave in later. Make your slip knot, And then that's what you're going to pull through the last 2 loops of your double crochet. And then you can just tug a little bit on the white, make sure it's nice and tight, not too tight, and then get your slip stitch settled up against your hook. There we go, that should be good. And then we'll join to the beginning of the round with a slip stitch. So again, right into the top of the chain 3 there. There's our slip stitch. Okay, so leave the white. You don't need to cut it because we will be coming back to that. We're just going to do a round in red first. So with your red, chain 3, double crochet in the next double crochet, and we're going to do that all the way around. So we'll still have 24 stitches. And then when we get to the last stitch, we're going to change back to the white, just like we changed to the red. And then we'll keep alternating that red, white stripe pattern until we've got a total of 12 rows. 12 rounds rather. So this is 1, 2, this is round 3. So we've got a couple more to go, and once we get to round 12, that's when we'll stop and we'll add in the blue trim. So I'm going to go do these 12 rounds real quick, and then I'll come back and show you how to put on the trim. So here's my beer cozy at the end of round 12. I've got 5 red stripes, and then I ended with a white stripe on top. And I went ahead and wove in all my ends. Now, one thing you want to do before you move on is make sure you've got the right side out. A lot of people, myself included actually, when they crochet a cylinder, tend to work like this. But that means the right side is actually inside. So the easy ways to tell are, where's your starting tail? And then when you look at where you've been carrying your thread, you'll be able to see it on the back. So this is inside out, and this is right side out. So once you've established that, we can go ahead and work on the trim. This is rounds 13 and 14. Taking the Mary yarn, this fun little fringy stuff, you're going to join it to any double crochet. So it doesn't have to be at the back seam. I usually keep mine kind of near the back seam, but it doesn't really matter. So just join with a slip stitch in any double crochet. So just slide under the stitch there, pull a loop through, and then pull that same loop through the first loop on your hook. And I've got a nice long end here to weave in. Once you've done that, we'll start by chaining 3, and we're going to just double crochet all the way around. So it's the same thing we've been doing, we're just doing it with a different yarn now. So I will do that, and once I come all the way back around to the beginning of the round, I'll come back and show you round 14. So here I am at the end of round 13. I'm just going to join this with a slip stitch. Now the only thing about this kind of tinsely yarn is that it can be a little difficult to see your stitches. I mean, look at that. It's much more difficult to tell where the stitches that down here in our worsted weight. So kind of just take your best guess when you go to join your stitches together. Now row 14 is the same thing. We'll chain up 3, double crochet in each stitch around, and then that will be the end of it. But say maybe you're making this for someone who doesn't like quite as much sparkle, you could certainly leave it just like this. But me, I like some sparkle, so I'm going to do round 14, which, as I said, is just the same thing. Double crochet in each double crochet around, all the way around, and then I can finish off my beer cozy and put a beer in it. That's the fun part, right? I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And you can find the links in the description for the materials and the pattern and everything else you'll need for this project. Thanks for watching, guys.
And this is the third part, which we're going to do the edging round. So at the end of row 13, so what that is to just go between these 2 shells and go into that space right there and work a single crochet like that.